Your superpower is where you least expect it to be. You want to stick around for this. Let's do it. Hi y'all, welcome back. Today's video is going to be slightly different because there's going to be a little bit more edits if you don't mind, because this is totally unscripted. And there are two reasons for doing this. Reason number one is, as a scapegoat, do you find that you're always having to prepare your defense and blurt it out within 2 minutes in front of the judge and the jury, which is actually one person? Because if you don't blurt it out within 2 minutes, you're going to be just shut down. In fact, you're lucky if you have 2 minutes. So we are always on the defense. We're always preparing and over-explaining. So I want to break that habit of a lifetime by not preparing for this video. Now, the second reason is that I really do enjoy it. I enjoy talking to, real life people like you and having feedback in the form of your comments, instead of, making a defense speech in front of the judge and the jury. For as long as I can remember, like over decades and decades, since I was pretty young, I have had 2 recurring nightmares. One of them is that my mouth is always filled with mud or clay and sometimes rocks, and I just can't say anything. I try so hard to say something and it comes out all muffled. And this recurring nightmare I would have almost every night. There's another nightmare. So between the two of them, it was almost every night that I had these nightmares for decades. And they stopped 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. They've completely stopped. And now I have pleasant dreams for the first time in my life. I have pleasant dreams. There was like a progression. When the nightmare stopped, I had kind of like neutral dreams. They weren't pleasant and they weren't unpleasant. And that was like, wow, that was already a huge step ahead. And now my dreams are actually pleasant. And I sleep well. I no longer have insomnia. I no longer fear sleeping. After being brainwashed and gaslighted for so long, I didn't even know the significance of this dream, which in retrospect is just so easy to decipher, right? I didn't know why I could never say anything. And the frustration, the sadness that I felt, I wanted to express all these feelings and emotions that had been haunting me all my life, and I just couldn't. There's another dream where I'm on the dentist chair and my mouth was anesthetized. So it was numb and I was just mumbling and mumbling. Yeah, so there were many imaginative scenarios, but with the same theme. Until one day where a YouTuber appeared on my feed. She's not so much a tarot reader. She is an oracle reader. And I do watch tarot and oracle reading, not to predict the future, but for inspiration and guidance. When an oracle reader or a tarot reader resonates with you, it's not because you want anything predictive. It's because whatever they say reflects what's already on your mind, reflects already what you know, but you just needed that validation. You just needed to hear someone say it. So this is why I watch her, because after a few videos, I found, hey, you get it, you know my journey. And then she started to it's a collective reading. So she started to tell us that you really need to use your voice. And at that point, it didn't resonate with me because my voice had always been suppressed. I was never allowed to express myself, to use my voice. I was always punished for it. Even when I was working, in every meeting, I wouldn't say anything. And when I did say something, everyone just looked at me. There was like a 2-minute silence, and I would shrink back into my shell because I thought, maybe I said something ridiculous. Maybe I said something stupid. And I just didn't know why. There was always a silence. after I said something. So when this YouTuber said, you have to use your voice because that's the most powerful thing about you, and you can use your voice to help a lot of people. It could be just people around you, but it could be strangers. It could be out in public. It could be public speaking. It could be a podcast or a YouTube video. And after harping on and on and on about it for months, actually 2 to 3 months, she kept on saying this. I thought, okay, babe, you can stop nagging me now. I will do it. Okay, I will do it. So I started a podcast. And when I started the podcast, I thought I'd be doing podcasting forever because seriously, never in a million years would I have thought that I would put my face on video. Okay? It was a definite no-go. No freaking way was I going to do it. And yet, here I am. And that was because I followed my path one small step at a time. So if you find that there's something about you that makes you uncomfortable, or something that you dislike about yourself, or something that you were punished for, that's where your strength is. I don't know about most people, but what I know about scapegoats is that because all your strengths have been suppressed, go there to find them and release them, birth them for the second time. I've had people tell me that I have a soothing, comforting voice, and sometimes they say it's very commanding. And to be honest, I still have a lot of problem believing it. I do these videos because I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen? People are just going to say I'm crap. People are just going to say, you got a lousy voice. What the hell are you talking? You're so deluded. It doesn't matter. It's only my ego that's hurt. But for everyone that finds my voice comforting or soothing, or find that my content resonates with them and helps them, that's the more important thing, you see. So now I would like you to write down all the qualities, all your qualities, all the good and the bad, whatever that means to you, all the qualities that were suppressed, everything that you know about yourself, write them down and identify which is your superpower. Because I can bet you my bottom dollar that if you're a scapegoat, your superpower is the one that was condemned the most, that was suppressed the most, that you were punished for.